What's up, y'all? It's a morning rant about the greediness of the gaming industry. And one of my saviors to this greedy gaming industry, and that's Skyrim, Elder Scrolls series, and also the other game I forget right now, the Elder Scrolls games before that one, the previous one. But Skyrim is a savior in the modern day gaming industry because, especially for consoles, because it's the game that keeps on giving. While we have this gaming industry that the microtransactions have gotten out of control, you know, they've gotten so greedy that they keep putting out the same game every year, and because they're taking advantage of the online community that has to keep up with the Joneses. So, 2K21 is out. Everybody got put down 2K20, jump to the next game, pay another $60, then pay some more to get your character straight, get your virtual jewelry and your virtual clothes. Paying real money for virtual clothes and jewelry. Okay? And not just kids doing this, adults doing this, but that's another story. Adults can spend their money on whatever they want to spend. But part of the problem is these kids draining their household income on all of these microtransactions. Sometimes parents don't even know. They running up the credit card bill, buying gold chains for their 2K character, for their My Player. It's out of control, and they're not putting out the best product by every year. Just because the calendar year changes, they have to put out another game. Why? Especially now in the age of downloads. Why wouldn't they just have you download for maybe $10 the new rosters, all the trades and free agency moves and draft picks? Be maybe an $8 or $10 download, and then let the game live, let it breathe for about 2-3 years at least 3 years. Work the bugs out, give patches out online for free for these bugs that you're paying all this money for. The same bugs year after year, by the way. Okay, and especially EA Sports. You've been robbing people's money with this Madden title for so long because you have that exclusivity rights and move 2K out of the way, even though they put out a vastly superior product as far as football, NFL football, and college football for that matter. I understand the business move EA made, but if you're going to do that business move and corner the market on the NFL, at least put out a better product. I know engineers and programmers, go from workplace to workplace and they switch sides and all that. But y'all didn't get nothing from any of them 2K engineers that might have came over, or programmers that might have came over. And the problem with Madden is the presentation. It sucks. Still, it's marginally better than what it was. But how is a game like 2K5 football, NFL football, still has a better presentation than Madden today? That's just laziness on the part of EA, in my opinion. You so caught up in making so much money off these microtransactions that little things like the presentation, the halftime show, showing highlights from other teams. I mean, real in-game highlights, not just scores on a scoreboard. Come on, it's 2020. Horrible. Where you're making so much money off everybody competing online and all these microtransactions and DLC. I mean, so we're not really giving you a reason to step your game up. Stop putting out a game every calendar. That goes for 2K2. Stop putting out a sports game every calendar year without any major improvements. And most of the time, you're running the game off of the same basic software engine that you started with a few years back. So why are you charging the same money for the same product? And in some cases, the games get worse. Like, obviously, NFL franchises on Madden got worse after 2K was pushed to the side. They got worse for many years. And yes, the graphics are finally up to par. The animations and all that is up to par. But the little things that really make the game play through, the GM mode and all of that, is lacking. It's sorely lacking in any real. It's not on the level of the show at all. At all, in any way. Only maybe graphics, that's it. You could learn a lot from the show. It's a baseball title, but damn, did they get it right. And you race car makers, race car programmers. Let me get this out here, man. And this has been a big pet peeve of mine with y'all. I buy these race game titles here. The graphics are phenomenal. The tracks are phenomenal. The car models are phenomenal. But guess what? You don't have any race commentary. There's no investment in any individuality in the game. You just driving against other cars. Because there's no commentary to bring any humanism into it. Rival drivers, rival racers you racing against. So on and so forth. You guys really haven't made a superior race game since Gran Turismo. Since the original, or the second one, A-Spec. Really, race games haven't gotten much better than that. The graphics have gotten better, and there was a game on the Sega platform too, the Dreamcast. I think Sega GT or something like that. You guys could correct me. Excellent racing game. Games haven't got no better than that. And the one thing y'all understand, where's the race commentary? In motorcycle racing, one of the things that makes me as an American even interested in watching World Superbike, motorcycle racing, is the commentary. I wouldn't just turn on the TV and sit there and watch engine, cars or bikes just spin around the track. I don't care how good the graphics are. After about 45 minutes of that, I'm done. The online racing is fun, but still, there's no commentary. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up by saying this. Skyrim and the makers of Skyrim, beside the games, how you pronounce their company name. Great job with this franchise, man. I can't wait for the installment of the next one. But in the meanwhile, hey, we rocking years on Skyrim. We rocking years on it. And the mods that's featured in the community online make the game just never, it's unbelievable how many playthroughs, how many different characters, different scenarios. For instance, my character got lightsabers from Star Wars. Dope weapons. Different mods where you could wear 10 rings now. I'm geeking out in the Skyrim world, but, bear with me. But I love it because there's no guns in the game. I'm not really a gun dude like that. So I like the bow and arrow, the sword, the shield, the magic. Hood nerdy like that. I like more games like that as opposed to the gun games. Because in warfare, I still feel like guns is cheating. Even when you go hunting, you act like you hunting, you overcoming some big animal, but you got a gun is cheating. Go with a bow and arrow or a big ass Rambo knife. And then you go hold up the lion head and all that shit and say, yeah, I actually hunted this motherfucker. But anyway, let me know what y'all think about the microtransactions. Check out Skyrim, man. It may not be your cup of tea if you want some action, a million different swirling colors around, like Japanese anime. It ain't on that type of tip. But it's definitely worth checking out. All right. And the mods you get online, it's not like you pay. You have some you can pay for, but they got a whole lot you ain't got to even pay for. And the game just has unlimited just playability over and over. All right. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to rant some more.